to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So we're seeing that gold is having a little bit of a lift from yesterday's sell-off, or the vast majority of the past couple of weeks actually. A lot of traders were looking at this psychological area of 4,000 as a massive critical floor, but it's avoided that at the moment. We've seen a little bit of a false spike, you could say, towards 4,100, but now we're trading in the middle of roughly around 4,400, which is giving a little bit of a lift after what has been quite a catastrophic few weeks for gold. We were seeing that when at the start of the conflict with Iran, that price action was naturally going higher, but since we've had a bit of a rejection at roughly just above 5,400, we've dropped over $1,000, and now we are very, very bearish, and it's not looking good for traders that are looking for a turnaround anytime soon. As you can see in yesterday's trading, we did, as I say, spike towards 4,100, but now we are just lifting things a little bit more, and it's all purely speculative fundamentals at the moment. You know, we've got Donald Trump saying there is a peace deal with Iran, and Iran saying there is no such thing happening at the moment. So it is really what to believe in the markets. You know, it has been very manipulated. This price action at the moment, we're very, very oversold on the RSI and all the stochastics across the board. So we're just basically waiting for the next signal. There's not really a host of fundamental news events on the calendar this week, so it's going to be really, really driven by sentiment, the feeling of what's going to come next, and just where do we go from here, because as I said, it's not looking likely this conflict is going to end anytime soon. So this could mean that gold prices could still be volatile for the time being, and oil prices as well could spike higher. And speaking of oil, we're just seeing now price action falling dramatically after Donald Trump yesterday did say that there were potential peace talks going on, and he will not target for 5 days any oil refineries. But since then, we just had a slight consolidation, managed to hold on to the 85 level, but not really piercing above 100. So we're just in this trading zone at the moment, waiting to see the next move for American oil, but for Brent crude oil, because it relies heavily on the Strait of Hormuz to be open. As you can see here, we did top recently a 4-year high towards 120, but since then a massive deceleration in price action, and this could be something or start of things to come if Donald Trump does give more signals of where they're going to be going in the near term. For West Texas Intermediate oil though, the American oil, we're just seeing now prices just a bit consolidative, still in the oversold area for oil, and we're just waiting to see now, as I said, where's the next step for Iran, for Israel, for a lot of the Middle Eastern countries that are getting involved in this conflict. Where do we go from here? And if the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, then, and there's no sign on the horizon that it's going to open again, expect oil prices to start spiking higher. So for WTI, as I said, 100 is the main firm resistance. We've had a couple of tests in the near term, just above that actually, you could say, just about roughly about 100 and a few cents higher, but that's looking likely to be a very firm resistance. It's all about the headlines. So if you are trading gold and oil, gas, just keep an eye out for the headlines, the big fundamental news events, especially when Donald Trump wakes up in the American session, to see where we're going to go from here. So thank you very much for joining me. This video will be posted on our YouTube and Telegram channel as usual. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.